It's good to see you. Welcome to the team. Yes, we're a SHIELD task force created to investigate the Masters of Evil. It's our mandate to stop Doom and his army before they cause any serious damage. SHIELD is an international organization. We belong to no one and to everyone. With the helicarrier seriously damaged, we had to find a different base of operations. Tony Stark offered the use of these facilities. Exactly. Though I'm surprised to be here. You see, Stark Industries and SHIELD recently had a falling out. Yes, Stark recently stopped developing weapons for us. As you can imagine, we were less than enthusiastic. SHIELD tried applying pressure, both legal and not so legal. But I gotta hand it to Stark. He held his ground even though he's lost billions. Anytime. Cap, it's good to see you. You're a welcome addition to the team.
Thank you, sir. It's good to be here.
Greetings, Black Panther. How are things in Wakanda?
Hello, Colonel Fury. My country is doing quite well.
Iron Man?
Colonel Fury?
Glad your team could make it, Dr. Richards.
The Fantastic Four wouldn't miss this for the world, Colonel Fury.
Wolverine. Think you're ready to battle the Masters of Evil?
You know me, Fury. I'm always ready for a good scrap.
Hello, my name is Black Widow. I am second in command to Colonel Fury. Dum Dum Dugan recently sent a suspicious radio message. He requested Colonel Fury visit the Omega base immediately for an update on the super soldier serum. Dugan said Dr. Banner would give the report. The odd thing being Dr. Banner is not on the super soldier project. Since we don't know the situation, you are to sneak aboard the base and locate Dugan. From there, we'll determine the best course of action. When you are ready to go, talk to Wyatt Wingfoot. He will take you in a Quinjet. The offer was initially made after a SHIELD operation, where I switched identities with a countryman of mine, Yelena Belova. Yes, the blonde one. I declined the offer, but as we all know, Colonel Fury can be very persistent. It is a huge mobile SHIELD research facility that is several stories tall. Yes, it is used to field test some of our most highly classified experiments. You are quite welcome. Hello, Daredevil. I suppose I should not be surprised to see you.
Hello, Natasha. I have to say I'm very surprised to see you.
Hello, Elektra. I didn't think you'd make it.
I can't let you have all the fun, Black Widow.
Hello, Iceman. It's a pleasure to have you on the team.
Oh, hi. Hi. Black Widow. Yeah, you're looking nice.
Hello, Deadpool. Welcome to the team.
Ah! How I have missed you, mon petit chapeau! Let us run away and live a carefree life someplace exotic, like Pittsburgh.
Spider-Woman, welcome to the team.
Hi, Natasha. Congratulations on becoming second in command for Colonel Fury.
Hi, my name's Hank Pym. Dr. Hank Pym. I've heard you're going to the Omega base. If you see my cybernetic helmet, could you bring it back to me? I was working on a new version of my cybernetic helmet, but then Captain America called and said you guys could use somebody with a little technical know-how. Hey, I'm glad to be helping out. Besides, I was getting bored working in a lab all day. Oh yeah, well, that's where I was working on my cybernetic helmet. It's a real nice facility. I didn't see a whole lot because of security, but I do know there's a team working with gamma bombs, and I think a new study is being done on the super soldier drug. Come back anytime. We're always open. How are you doing, Spider-Man?
Not so good. I had lunch at Taco Hut. You might want to keep your distance.
Hi, Johnny. Is your whole team here?
You bet we are. The Fantastic Four would never miss out on something this big.
Well, if it isn't Ms. Marvel. How are you, Carol?
I'm fine, Hank, and I'm glad to see you're on the team.
Thor, with you on the team, we're guaranteed to win.
I would not be so sure, Hank. Dr. Doom has a considerable force behind him.
Greetings. My name is Vision. I will be your primary source of information concerning any persons or locales you might encounter. Unfortunately, my line to the SHIELD database has a security issue. Would you retrieve a decryption module from Black Widow and bring it to me? The acronym stands for Strategic Hazard Intervention, Espionage and Logistics Directorate. Its primary responsibility is counterterrorism for the world. Operating under the jurisdiction of the United Nations, SHIELD is expected to deal with any threat to the security of the world's population. That designation has been used several times over the years, but it is not associated with any particular group of villains. Dr. Doom has assembled dozens of the world's most notorious supervillains, not the least of which is Ultron and Baron Mordo. Victor Von Doom was raised in the tiny European country of Latveria. The untimely death of his parents made Doom vengeful towards the world. A genius, he attended Empire State University. Unfortunately, Doom performed a dangerous experiment that resulted in an explosion. As a result, Doom was expelled. Bitter, he traveled the world until he met Tibetan monks who created his first suit of armor. Doom then returned to Latveria, where he overthrew the government and proclaimed himself ruler. The Black Widow was a Russian spy who defected several years ago. Upon joining SHIELD, she rose quickly through the ranks until she became Colonel Fury's #1 operative. There is nothing on her SHIELD record to indicate otherwise. Why, do you ask? I am glad to be of assistance. Greetings, Dr. Strange. How are you?
I'm quite well, Vision. Thank you.
Hello, Ghost Rider. It has been quite some time since we crossed paths.
Yeah, it's been too long, Vision.
Hello, Ben. How are you?
Hey, you Viz. I'm doing okay. Quite a view Stark's got up here, ain't it?
Greetings, Mrs. Richards. I trust your son is well.
Franklin's just fine, Vision. A little too busy for his own good, but boys will be boys.
Welcome, Storm. It is an honor to have an X-Man on our team.
Thank you, Vision. The honor is all mine.
Hi, the name's Wyatt Wingfoot. In case you didn't know, I'm your pilot while you're here at Stark Tower. We'll be taking the Quinjet when you're ready to leave on a mission. Sure. What do you need? Discreetly. As in, don't let Fury know? Yeah, I can do that. Give me a little bit. I think I know just the person to ask. There's a hacker I know. He's kind of an oddball, but I think he's up to the challenge. If you don't mind me asking, whose laptop is this? So, you think Natasha's up to something, eh? Maybe working for the other team. Stark needed a pilot, and he knows I've flown for the Fantastic Four, so I guess he figured I had the skills. I was roommates with Johnny Storm back in college. He introduced me to the group, and after a while, they started inviting me on missions. It's a high-tech jet developed by Stark's company. It's usually used by the Avengers. It's undetectable to radar, can take off and land itself. Heck, it'll even dial the phone for you. Plus, it's got the latest in jet engine technology. This thing will get you around the world in no time. Anytime at all, friend.
Wyatt, old buddy, what the heck are you doing here?
Tony Stark gave me a call and asked if I wanted to help the team out. And you know me, I'm never one to turn down a chance for some adventure.
I hear you. Hey, what do you say later on we sneak a few friends in here and have a little party? It'd be a crime to let an awesome view like this go to waste.
Johnny, you haven't changed since we were roomies in college.
Oh, I've changed. Chicks dig me even more now.
My apologies. I should have given it to him as soon as we arrived. Please, take this to him.
Thank you for the decryption module. Now I can patch directly into the SHIELD database.
Good. One thing I want to point out. You now have a SHIELD port. It's an experimental device that'll let you transport instantly back to headquarters whenever you want. Okay. Good luck in there. Let me know when you want to leave. Quiet out.
Team, satellite recon shows the Omega base is now on a collision course with Vondrak Dam. Thousands of lives are now in danger. You must stop the Omega at all costs. Fury out. Good. They sent a team. I was afraid I'd been a little too clever with my message to the Colonel. Someone used the base's ventilation system to spread a knockout gas. When I woke up, Dr. Doom demanded I bring Colonel Fury here. If I refused, he was going to ram the Omega into the Vondrak Dam. Well, then there's no time to waste. Get me to the engineering control room. From there, I'll override navigation and stop this monstrosity. Wolverine, never thought I'd be so glad to see your ugly face.
You keep up with all this sweet talk, Dugan, you're gonna make me blush. Now what's the story here?
A knockout gas was spread through the ventilation system of the base. I woke up to Dr. Doom demanding I bring Colonel Fury here or he'd ram the Omega into Vondrak Dam.
Well, the Tin Man must have forgotten his part of the bargain, because the base is headed straight for that dam.
I should have known. It was stupid of me to believe him.
Don't sweat it. If it weren't for your message, we wouldn't have come at all. Then where'd everyone be?
I suppose you're right. But our time's running out. Get me to the primary engineering control room and I'll stop the Omega before it can do any damage. Team, I just had a thought. The section you're in contains the primary drivetrain. If you could disable it, the Omega base would be forced to switch to the secondary drive. Not much, but it'd give you more time to reach the top of the base. Curse that infernal Doom. I can't do anything from this control room. Not to worry, there's a control room just ahead. Hopefully Doom left it alone. Get me there, we should be fine.
Finally a challenge. The SHIELD soldiers are no match for my battle suit. It is wise that you fear me, for with my recent upgrades, I could crush you all like grapes. Then you are destined to lose, for I will not let you stop the Omega base. Very well. Then come, comrade. Let us battle. Yes, this is better than I could have hoped. My old adversary, Iron Man.
Glad to see you remember me, Crimson Dynamo. It's been a while since I kicked your tin-plated butt.
You will not defeat me this time. My new battle suit is vastly superior to your armor.
Could have fooled me. You look like something from the early 1960s.
Mark me while you still can draw breath, Iron Man. Soon, you will be silenced forever.
You never could take a joke. Or a punch.
Well done, team. Now, let's see about stopping this behemoth. Blasted. All controls have been locked down, except those on the upper bridge. Correct. We'll have to reach the top deck and stop the Omega base from there. Sounds like a plan. Good luck.
The
The only route left is along the exterior of the Omega. Before you go to the top, we got a couple of new concerns you might want to address. Security shows some very sensitive labs have been broken into. One lab contains a device known as the Neural Inhibitor, and another has plans that could be used to upgrade Ultron.
So, the reports were right. There is a team of superheroes on the Omega base. Well, let's see if this doesn't slow you down.
Hey! Can anybody hear me? I'm stuck in this lab! Am I glad to see you? What the heck is going on around here? There was a huge explosion and then I couldn't open this door. I'm fine. I just hope... Wait a minute. Did you say the Omega is under attack? We have to stop it. If that dam is destroyed, thousands of people will be killed in the flood. Those must be the results of the super soldier experiment I've heard about. Scientists are attempting to recreate the experiment that gave Captain America his strength. So far, apparently all they've created are those giants you've seen.
Team, you must be making the Masters of Evil nervous. My security panel shows a gamma bomb has just been activated. You gotta shut it down or all life in a 2-mile radius will be destroyed.
It just so happens I'm kind of a specialist on gamma bombs. Take me to the primary lab and I'll see what I can do. Reed Richards, am I glad to see you? What the heck is going on around here? There was a huge explosion and then I couldn't open this door.
The Masters of Evil have attacked the Omega base. But first things first, Bruce. Are you all right?
I'm fine, Reed. I just hope they didn't damage any of my work. Wait a minute. Did you say the Omega is under attack?
Doom used a knockout gas on the Omega. That explosion must have sealed your room off from it.
This is terrible. If Doom can lay his hands on the experiments here, there's no telling what he'd be able to do.
I know. There's several experiments of mine here that I hope are secure. What do you know about the giants that are running around here?
Those are the results of the Super Soldier program. Scientists are attempting to recreate the experiment that gave Captain America his super strength. So far, they haven't had much success.
Team, you must be making the Masters of Evil nervous. My security panel shows a gamma bomb has just been activated. You gotta shut it down or all life in a 2-mile radius will be destroyed.
Bruce, you're something of an expert on gamma bombs, aren't you?
Yes, I am. Follow me to the primary lab and I'll see what I can do. It figures. They've damaged the shutoff. We have to find the secondary lab and re-establish the safety interlock. Yes, do you have a question? It's a drug that was developed during World War II in hopes of creating soldiers that were stronger and faster than normal humans. Yes, unfortunately there's something very special about his physique. The drug won't work properly on anyone but him. I've been working with a team that's developing a smaller, more powerful gamma bomb. Teams aren't allowed to know what each other are doing. Heck, just walking into the wrong section can get you court-martialed, even if you're a civilian. S.H.I.E.L.D. runs this place. They live for all that cloak and dagger stuff. I'm glad to be of help. Now, let me see if... Yes, I was able to shut down the gamma bomb. We're safe.
That was close. If that sucker detonated, everything within a 2-mile radius would have been destroyed.
Sounds good to me. I'm no superhero.
You fools! Have you stopped to wonder why S.H.I.E.L.D. has plans for Ultron? Wrong. These plans are upgrades. The good guys want to capture Ultron, rewrite his programming, and turn him into a S.H.I.E.L.D. weapon. You'd be surprised what else S.H.I.E.L.D. is up to. But all I care about are these plans. Ultron wants them for the weapons upgrades. I was hoping you'd say that.
Mysterio! Jeez, it's good to see you. Still got a fishbowl for a head, I see.
Spider-Man, do you always have to be a half-wit?
Ooh, now that hurt. And speaking of getting hurt, step away from those plans before I have to get medieval on you.
You idiot! Why do you think S.H.I.E.L.D. has plans for Ultron?
I thought everyone had them. I got some this morning in a box of cereal.
These plans are upgrades. The good guys want to capture Ultron so they can rewrite his programming and turn him into a S.H.I.E.L.D. weapon.
That's impossible. Ultron is sentient. Reprogramming him is illegal.
Yes, it is. But all I care about are these plans. Ultron wants them for the weapon upgrades.
If your Ultron gets weapon upgrades, then my Ultron will want weapon upgrades, and that just won't do.
Huh? I've heard enough of your babbling.
Did you stop him? No, I don't imagine he did. Nice job.
This is insane. How can S.H.I.E.L.D. possibly generate an army using the new super soldier serum? All it does is create monsters. This is a disgrace to the people who worked on the original serum.
Hey, troopers! The exterior elevator for the roof has been activated by instructions. All available soldiers are to attack at once.
Watch out! There's an AIM helicopter patrolling the deck! I tried to take it out with this anti-aircraft gun, but it's just too fast. Yeah, at the other end of the deck. But you can't seriously think you're gonna take that chopper out.
Boy, am I glad to see you guys. I've been trying to unlock the door to the bridge, but a helicopter keeps strafing the deck. Can you give me a hand? Sounds like a plan. All I ask is that you take the helicopter out quick. I don't think I'm gonna last long out in the open. Got it! The door to the bridge is open. Thanks for the assist. I would have been Swiss cheese if you hadn't taken that helicopter out. You'll get no argument from me. I've had enough excitement for one day.
That would be due to the entropy device I've developed. You will remain immobile till as long as I hold this button. Your pleas amuse me. I tell you what, let's have a contest. But instead of brawn, how about a test of brains? I'm afraid you have no other options. Now, to keep things interesting, you'll receive an electrical shock for every incorrect answer you give. Let's begin, shall we? What is the atomic symbol for gold? Oh, that was a lucky guess! What percentage of the Earth's atmosphere is oxygen? No! How could you have known that? Which of the following is not a geologic period of the Earth? Somehow you're cheating! The deal is off! You tricked me somehow! Guards, attack!
You did it. You stopped the Omega base. Well done.
Guys, that was one for the books. But there's no time to relax. Colonel Fury wants you back at Stark Tower immediately. Stay where you are, and I'll pick you up in the Quinjet.
You did a good job on the Omega base, team. You saved thousands of lives and billions of dollars in S.H.I.E.L.D. equipment. Yes, a device known as the Mutant Amplifier. It magnifies a mutant's natural powers. Until we locate Doom's base, nothing. And since all we're doing is cooling our heels, I want you to investigate a report that there's a riot taking place in Atlantis. See Wyatt Wingfoot, and he'll take you to S.H.I.E.L.D.'s Atlantis outpost. Or if you'd like more information, talk to the Black Widow. Well done on the Omega mission. Will you have the same success in Atlantis? SHIELD's directive is to keep the world peace. To do that, we have to monitor the activities of every major civilization. I'm sure they wouldn't be too happy, and that's why they aren't going to find out about it. We realize now that Doom had no intention of commandeering the helicarrier. They attacked to draw additional security forces there. Correct. The Omega and the experiments it held was their prime objective all along. Dugan's still trying to sort things out, but apparently the base sustained only minor damage. Yes, they'd been locked in a cold storage unit on level 3. Aside from some minor cases of frostbite, everyone was fine. You're welcome. I wish I could go to Atlantis with you, Cap. It's a fantastic sight.
So I hear, sir. I just hope we can be of help to Namor.
Hello, Black Panther. The team did an excellent job on the Omega base.
Thank you, Colonel Fury.
Hello, Iron Man.
Colonel Fury.
What did you think of the Omega, Dr. Richards?
That's quite a facility, Colonel.
Your team was outnumbered, and still you saved the Omega base. Not bad, Wolverine.
Yeah, this group's got some real potential, Fury.
We just received a message from Namorita, the cousin of Namor. Apparently, there is a riot going on in Atlantis. Unknown, but for some reason, the Atlanteans have forcibly removed Namor from his throne. Yes, which means something is seriously wrong. See Wyatt when you are ready to go to S.H.I.E.L.D.'s outpost in Atlantis. We do not know. He has been a fair and just ruler for many years. The people love him. Perhaps, but Namor has always been kind to his people. There has to be some other explanation for this mass hysteria. When Mer people and surface dwellers first met, there was quite a bit of hostility. There were even several invasion attempts. The relationship between our two races is lukewarm at best. The Mer people prefer to keep us at arm's distance. Once you reach our Atlantis outpost, you will be infected with a special nanotechnology. Mr. Fantastic and Dr. Pym had a hand in developing it. It will allow you to breathe water with no discomfort. You will also be able to move along the bottom of the ocean, as if you were moving on dry land. You are quite welcome. Hello, Daredevil.
Hello, Natasha.
Elektra.
Black Widow.
Hello, Iceman.
What's new, Black Widow?
Hello, Deadpool.
Black Widow, I feel we've known each other long enough that I can ask you, are you putting on weight?
Hello, Spider-Woman.
Hello, Black Widow.
Hi, it's good to see you. Do you need something? The mutant amplifier vastly augments any mutant's natural power. So a psychic that can lift a book will become powerful enough to lift a bus. Yes, but it has some serious side effects. The amplifier causes damage to the DNA of any mutant it's used on. Not much. The serum's only worked on Captain America. There's something very peculiar about his physique. That, plus the doctor who originally developed it, is dead. He'd wind up with a bunch of muscle-bound beasts, just like you saw in the Omega. They're psychotic, violent, and unable to take orders. Not exactly what you'd want from an army. It was no problem at all. How's things, Spider-Man?
Not so good. I think my costume shrunk in the dryer.
Hey, Johnny. How are things at the Omega base?
Other than almost dying, it was a pretty easy mission.
Hello, Ms. Marvel. Ready for your mission to Atlantis?
Other than needing to be able to breathe underwater, yes, I think I'm ready.
Hey, Thor. How was your mission to the Omega base?
Greetings, Hank. Welcome, my friend. Do you require information? Namor is the first known hybrid of Homo sapiens and Homo mermanus, humans and merpeople. He can breathe water and air. But if he's away from water too long, he will begin to weaken. As with most merpeople, he has an inborn distrust of surface dwellers, and true to his belligerent nature, Namor can take his distrust to the extreme. The Atlanteans are distant cousins to your race. Having evolved on the ocean floor, it is impossible for them to breathe air. Because they live in the extreme conditions of the ocean, merpeople are very hardy. They are stronger than humans, can swim up to 30 miles per hour, and live to be over 150 years of age. I am glad to be of assistance. Greetings, Ghost Rider. Welcome back from the Omega Base.
Hello, Vision. I'm surprised we made it out of there alive.
Hello, Ben. Is there a problem? You seem troubled.
Don't know why, but every time I get around Spider-Woman, I get a little discombobulated.
Welcome back from the Omega Base, Mrs. Richards.
Hello, Vision. It's a lucky thing we ran into Dr. Banner, or that gamma bomb would have detonated.
Hello, Storm. I trust all went well at the Omega Base.
The mission had a few surprises, Vision, but in the end, we were successful.
Welcome, and good day to you. I am Edwin Jarvis, personal butler to Mr. Anthony Stark. This area is where Mr. Stark carries out the research and development of his Iron Man suit. As you can imagine, the body armor has become so complex that a staff of technicians is required. You may walk around and inspect the facilities. I believe you'll already find several of your compatriots here.
Yeah. The name's Jack Hammer, but you can call me Weasel. Everyone does. Yeah, and don't worry, I came in through the back. No one saw me. Wyatt Wingfoot gave me a damaged laptop, said you heroes wanted to know what data was on it. Yeah, that laptop holds security information for a building called the Imperium. I can find out, but you'll have to get me the password into S.H.I.E.L.D.'s priority files. Oh, there's three possibilities. Jacob Fury, Baron Strucker, or Gabriel Jones. Talk to Vision. He'll be able to help.
I do hate to impose, but if you see a cufflink somewhere in Stark Tower, could you return it to me? It was lost by Mr. Stark, and it has extreme sentimental value to him. Ah, splendid. You located the missing cufflink. It was a gift from Miss Virginia Potts when she had been Mr. Stark's secretary. My name is Edwin Jarvis, and I'm Mr. Anthony Stark's butler, as well as the butler for the Avengers. You could say it runs in my blood. My mother and father worked for Mr. Stark's parents. It is a dream of Mr. Stark's that was 4 years in the making. The top 3 floors are his living quarters. The rest of the building houses his business interests. No, not any longer. Mr. Stark recently had a change of heart concerning that particular field of industry. This is primarily where new Iron Man suits are built for Mr. Stark. Oh, indeed he does. But as his designs have grown more and more complex, he has required assistance in manufacturing them. It was my pleasure. You look well, sir.
Jarvis, I'm glad you're here. It just wouldn't be the same without you.
You overwhelm me, sir. A good day to you, sir. My name is Edwin Jarvis.
Hello, good citizen. I'm Captain America! You don't have to salute if you don't want to.
I know Captain America, sir. And you are no Captain America.
Alrighty then. I'm Thor. You might want to kneel in my presence. I am the god of thunder, you know.
Ah, you must be the Deadpool character I was warned about. Good day to you, Mr. Stark.
Hello, Jarvis. I trust this area has been made safe for our guests.
Yes, sir. Anything of real danger has been put out of harm's way. Ah, Spider-Woman. What a pleasure it is to see you.
Thanks, Jarvis. It's good to see you, too.
Hey, how's it going? It definitely belongs to the Black Widow. It's got her fingerprints all over it. For most techs, it would have been a lost cause, but for me, I managed to drag up a few tidbits of information. It mostly dealt with a building called the Imperium. I don't know, but that laptop had the layout of the building and all kinds of information about the security. I can, but you need to get me Fury's password into S.H.I.E.L.D.'s priority files. I bet I'll find everything you want to know. My sources tell me it's one of 3 possibilities. Jacob Fury, Baron Strucker, or Gabriel Jones. That's what I need you to find out. Talk to Vision. He'll be able to help.
Weasel, old buddy. I haven't seen you in weeks. Where have you been hiding?
In the hospital. You stabbed me in the leg. Remember?
Oh yeah, that's right. But I had to. You were trying to eat the last cheesy puff.
It was my bag of cheesy puffs.
Well, that's not how I remember it.
I know it's a name Colonel Fury would just as soon forget. Jacob Fury was so jealous of his older brother's success that he turned to a life of crime. Yes, and to make matters worse, the Colonel was forced to kill Jacob. So you can see why Colonel Fury does not care to dwell on that name. I would suggest you talk to the Black Widow about that name.
I would not say that name too loud. He is a leader of Hydra and a longtime nemesis of Colonel Fury. You should ask Colonel Fury about Mr. Jones.
Gabe? Heck yes. He's a great guy. Back in the day, he was one of my Howling Commandos. He still is. Gabe's one of my top advisors. He saved me from making serious mistakes more times than I care to remember.
Thanks. When you get back from Atlantis, I'll have all the information you need.
I know seeing the Super Soldier Project has raised some concerns about S.H.I.E.L.D., but let's get all the facts before we cause any trouble. I think S.H.I.E.L.D. has a lot to deal with, and sometimes it makes mistakes, but historically, it's done a great job of keeping the peace. I saw they were testing out a new version of the Super Soldier Serum, the same type of drug that gave me my strength and agility. Yes. During World War II, I volunteered for Operation Rebirth. It was a program for creating physically superior soldiers. I exceeded their expectations. Unfortunately, Dr. Erskine, the man who developed the drugs, was killed, and no one's been able to recreate his work. I have to admit, things sound kind of suspicious. Like, why was she carrying that laptop during the attack on the helicarrier? No. I'd need a lot more evidence before I'd say something like that about the Black Widow. Anytime, friend.
I must admit, I find news of a S.H.I.E.L.D. outpost near Atlantis very intriguing. Now I know the extent S.H.I.E.L.D. is willing to go to gather information on countries with closed borders. Indeed, it does. And now I wonder if perhaps S.H.I.E.L.D. doesn't have an outpost hidden there. We have the largest deposit of vibranium in the world. To open our borders would be an invitation to those who would conquer us. Over the centuries, fools have tried. But the Black Panther is always there to stop them. Indeed I am. Victor Von Doom has created a sizable army of supervillains. I don't know, but Doom must have a truly grand scheme to risk attacks on the helicarrier and the Omega base.
You are quite welcome.
Has Tony Stark got it made or what? He's rich, he's a genius, and to top it all off, he's got the perfect mustache. Gee, I can't see why. Dr. Doom's in control of an army of supervillains, and the Black Widow is working for him. Are you off your meds? The only thing that would make this worse is if the Earth were destroyed to make way for an intergalactic highway. Of course she is. Hey, I've been at the superhero game long enough to know that the hot chicks always turn evil. Probably because evil pays better. If one of Nick's little S.H.I.E.L.D. agents is turned to the dark side, then Nicky will have to figure it out for himself. No, it isn't. If you finish that sentence, I'm gonna put so much web in your hair, you'll have to shave your head. Sure.
Stark Tower's a beauty, isn't she? I consider her one of my greatest achievements. No problem. Our little task force needed a base, so it seemed like the thing to do. I wasn't worried about the cost. That is, until S.H.I.E.L.D. and I had our little disagreement. More like they had trouble with me. I wanted out of the weapons business. I can't tell you how many breach of contract suits they filed. That was just the beginning. Suddenly I had trouble getting building permits, filing patents. Don't get me started on how my taxes changed. I'm not sure exactly. One morning I realized I needed to do more than just amass wealth. I wanted to help people, and weapons aren't that helpful. You really don't need that many billions to get by. No, my life's taking a new course. I want to be remembered for helping lives, not destroying them. Anytime, my friend. Anytime at all.
The Black Widow is up to something, I just know it. Did you see how nervous she was on the helicarrier? Sure looks like it. She must have been trying to get that laptop to the enemy during the helicarrier battle. Yes. That laptop shows all security systems for the building. And from the looks of those systems, the Imperium must hold something valuable. Not yet. She's his second in command. We're going to need some pretty strong evidence to shake Fury's faith in her. Yes, Colonel Fury's trust doesn't come easily, and once given, it's nearly impossible to break. Okay, so Daredevil and I were close several years back, and the Black Widow and Daredevil were close not so long ago. No, I'm not. I'm long over Daredevil. If he can find happiness with the Black Widow, I wish them both the best. You're welcome.
I've heard people complaining about S.H.I.E.L.D. since we got back from the Omega. I'm telling you, it's gotta stop. I trust Nick Fury. He's pulled my fat out of the fire more times than I can remember. Look, Fury does what he has to keep the world safe. He ain't always got the luxury of playing by the rules. I've known her for a while. She's always been good in a fight, and Fury trusts her. Unless that meathead weasel comes up with better evidence, I ain't believing nothing against the Black Widow. Of course I am. He's been loyal to me. After all the trouble I had with the Hand recently, I owe Fury my life 12 times over. Let's just say that evil bunch of psychos got hold of me and turned me into their assassin. I caused a lot of people a lot of pain, but Fury helped me out, kept me alive, and I'll never forget that. Sure thing, bub.
Could I ask a big favor of you? Would you ask Dr. Pym if he could take a look at the Quinjet's data feed to Stark Tower? It cuts out every once in a while.
Ah, that's right. The Quinjet's comm line to the Stark Tower was cutting out. I'll take care of that right away.
Are you kidding? Mr. Stark built this jet as tough as they come. No problem. She's completely submersible.
Good. Locate the nanochamber and activate it. Once the nanites are in your bloodstream, you're free to enter the water.
Look! Surface dwellers seek to invade our home! Yes, Namor is a friend of the surface dwellers, and for that, he had to pay. Now, you will too!
Be gone. I require no aid. My people are under some type of mind control. I must save them.
Namor, you have to rest. Here, take this medicine. Don't worry. The drug only rendered him unconscious. He's in no condition to fight. If you went to the ancient temple of Negretti, you'd find seaweed I can use to heal Namor. My people are being brainwashed by devices called sonic emitters. It's part of Atuma's scheme to steal the throne from my cousin. He's a barbarian chief who's always thought he was destined to conquer Atlantis. Looks like he might be right. Hi, is there something I can do for you? It all happened so fast. 1 minute I was in the throne room with Namor. The next thing I knew, a throng of angry Atlanteans burst in and carried him off. No, I think he was afraid of injuring his people. Yes, I'm sure it was Atuma's idea. Only he would want to humiliate Namor like that. Probably for the same reason you're not. Because of the human portion of our genetics. To be precise, I'm the clone of a hybrid. He's a barbarian who believes he's destined to become the ruler of Atlantis. Oh yes, but Atuma's always failed. The only success he's had is when he helped kill Namor's bride, a long time ago. No problem.
Namor, you okay? You're not looking so good.
Be gone, X-Men. I do not require your aid. My people need me. I must save them.
I hate to say it, but you look like the one who needs saving.
Namor, you have to rest. Here, take this medicine. Don't worry, Iceman. The drugs only rendered him unconscious.
Whoa, is he gonna be mad when he wakes up, huh?
True, but right now you must go to the Temple of Negretti. There you'll find plants that will help me heal Namor.
That'd be cool. Have you got any idea what's going on around here, though? Why is everybody so loco?
My people are being brainwashed by devices called sonic emitters. With them, Atuma was able to take the throne of Atlantis.
Well, don't let a frown wrinkle that pretty face, Namorita. We'll take care of the sonic emitters and get rid of Atuma.
You've got that right. The Guardians are trained to protect the temple against all invaders, surface dwellers in particular. You need to find an extremely rare plant known as Walic seaweed. It's very valuable and will be well protected. That is an Eye of Negretti. Take it. The priests of the temple use them to open locks. Good. Get back here fast. That seaweed doesn't last long after it's picked. Let me open up a whirlpool for you. It'll bring you right back to my location. Good. You've got the ingredients. Give me a minute.
What's this? I dreamt my people were in danger and my realm was stolen from me.
It's no dream, cousin. Atuma's taken your throne and enslaved your people. But you're still much too weak to fight.
No, I'll not forsake my people in their time of need. Very well. I had not thought you surface dwellers were capable of such kindness. If you succeed, I will be forever in your debt.
Nemorita, here are the ingredients you asked for. I trust we are in time.
Yes, you are. Just give me a minute.
What has happened? And why are surface dwellers here in Atlantis?
They've come to help you, cousin. Atuma has stolen your throne and enslaved your people.
I have no need for help. I am Imperious Rex. I can save Atlantis on my own.
It is a pleasure to see a ruler who is willing to place the safety of his people before his own. But dead, you are of use to no one, Namor. Allow us to deal with Atuma while you rest. Would you not say the same to me, were our positions reversed?
Indeed, I would offer you much the same counsel if Wakanda were under attack, and you were weakened. Very well, I will allow it. I had not thought you surface dwellers were capable of such kindness. If you succeed, I will be forever in your debt, Black Panther.
You owe me no debt, other than to recuperate as quickly as possible, Namor. Now, let us go and deal with Atuma.
Namorita, here's the ingredients you asked for. How's Namor?
He'll be much better now that I have this.
What has happened? And what are you doing here, Sue Richards?
We came to help you, Namor. Your old enemy, Atuma, has stolen your throne and enslaved Atlantis.
Though I am pleased to see you, I have no need for your help. I am quite capable of dealing with Atuma on my own.
You're still very weak. Please, just this once, let us help you.
Atlantis is my responsibility. I'll not let outsiders protect her.
We've been friends a long time, Namor. Trust me when I say that you need to rest. Let us handle Atuma.
I do value your counsel, Sue. For you are as wise as you are beautiful. And though I am loath to admit it, I am not at the peak of my strength. Very well, I will allow it. Once again, Sue, you have proven to be one of the few surface dwellers I consider a friend. Perhaps there is some way I can thank you.
You don't have to thank me, Namor. Just be sure to get some rest. Come on, team. Let's find Atuma and set Atlantis free.
You're near the sonic emitters. They're what's making the Atlanteans so violent. Be very careful now. Atuma would not leave the devices unguarded.
I believe these surface dwellers intend on destroying the sonic emitters, Krang.
Then these humans are as foolish as they are weak, my cousin. They stand no chance against our combined might.
True, but I do savor a chance for battle. I grow bored guarding these devices.
As do I. But acting as guards has put us in Atuma's good graces. And that puts us near the throne.
And down the road, who is to say what might happen to King Atuma, eh, cousin?
My feelings exactly. Now let us dispose of these interlopers and prove to Atuma just how trustworthy we are.
Good. With the sonic emitters destroyed, my people will eventually return to normal. Now you should get to the throne room of Atlantis as fast as you can. Yes, and who knows what he'll do when he finds out you're ruining his plans.
Thank you. You have saved my life. I am forever in your debt. No, I must repay you. Here is the combination to a safe located in a nearby sunken submarine. Please, use it and take whatever you find.
Look, Atuma. These must be the ones who've been causing you so much trouble.
Indeed, and they will pay for their transgressions. Your devotion to Namor is pitiful, surface dwellers. He is lost, and as foretold in the Atlantean Chronicles, I will be the ruler of Atlantis.
Don't worry about these idiots, Atuma. Your loyal minions are more than happy to take care of them.
How dare you enter my throne room, surface dwellers? Kneel before the King of Atlantis! Fools! You will pay for your insolence!
Let me teach them a lesson, Atuma.
No. We will work together, Tiger Shark, and we will make them pay dearly for their transgressions against the King of Atlantis! I will tell you nothing!
Okay, I'll talk.
Tiger Shark!
I'm not about to face the Atlanteans after what we did. It was the Masters of Evil. They helped Atuma in return for letting them take whatever they wanted from the catacombs. Probably, there's a lot there to search through.
Finally, my friends, it appears your luck has run out. I trust you're not the only team Colonel Fury has attempting to stop the Masters of Evil. Atuma allowed me free reign of the catacombs in return for the sonic emitters. And I just now located our prize, the Tome of Asarius. I'm sorry, but I have no time for questions. I must be on my way to the Valley of Spirits. But before I go, allow me to summon a little entertainment for you. It's the least I can do.
Many thanks. Atlantis owes you a debt of gratitude. And Namor would like to say something.
Surface dwellers, I'll have you know I was perfectly capable of handling the situation alone. Yes, well, you did. So I suppose I should thank you. You now have my permission to leave Atlantis.
You did a good job in Atlantis. Who knows? Atlanteans may even start to tolerate us surface dwellers. And that's why your next stop is his palace, in the Valley of Spirits. Yes, I want you to discuss things with Mandarin. Find out what the Masters of Evil are planning. Talk to Black Widow for additional information, or see Mr. Wingfoot if you're ready to go now. While you're at Mandarin's palace, I need you to bring back the latest Ultimo schematics. No one's sure. Tome of Asarius is an ancient mystical text that explains alternate dimensions. It deals primarily with Mephisto's realm, the Halls of Fear, and the Shadow Realm. All we know is that they've taken the Super Soldier Serum, the Mutant Amplifier, and the Tome of Asarius. That's the question everyone's trying to answer. So far, we don't even have a guess. And that's why you're going to talk to Mandarin. According to Namorita, the sonic emitters are completely destroyed and the Atlanteans have begun cleanup of their city. No, quite the opposite. They're grateful. They understand you had to battle them to save their city from Atuma. Certainly. Cap, the team is working even better than I'd hoped.
Yes, we are, Colonel. But with these people, it's really no surprise.
Hello, Black Panther.
Colonel?
Iron Man, good luck with Mandarin. I know you two have a history.
That we do, Colonel.
Hello, Reed. I must admit I'm very impressed with the team.
Me too, Colonel Fury. It's surprising how well we're working together.
Wolverine?
Fury?
Yes? Can I help you? He is a genius who has developed 10 rings of power from alien technology. His palace in the Valley of Spirits is protected by a gigantic robot known as Ultimo. Very. But Iron Man could fill you in on the specifics. He and Mandarin have been arch enemies for years. It is a valley in mainland China, where Mandarin discovered the wreckage of an ancient starship. The Axankar, dragon-like creatures from the planet Maklu 4. Their technology is still centuries ahead of us. He reassembled it in a deserted castle in the Valley of Spirits, and while working with this advanced machinery, he also discovered the Maklu and power rings. They were intended to serve as energy sources for the warp drive engines of the alien starship, but Mandarin converted them to his own twisted needs. You are most welcome. It's good to see you, Daredevil.
You too, Natasha.
Hello, Elektra.
Hello, Black Widow.
How are you doing, Iceman?
Great, just great. I've lost count of how many bad guys I've thrashed today.
Hello, Deadpool.
Black Widow. I've gotta know. Are those real?
I beg your pardon?
Your teeth. Are they real? They're just so darn shiny and straight.
Welcome back from Atlantis, Spider-Woman.
Thank you, Natasha.
Hi, it's good to see you. I hope you're ready for Mandarin, because he's no pushover. They're advanced technology that Mandarin took from the wreckage of an alien starship. He adapted them to serve as weapons. They offer a wide range of attacks, from force fields to ice blasts to disintegration beams. They make Mandarin a very dangerous man. That's a robot created by Mandarin to battle Iron Man. It's huge from what I hear. Ultimo's programmed to destroy all life in its path. The skin covering the robot is virtually indestructible, and its power source is nearly limitless. No problem, and come back anytime you want. Hey, Spider-Man, what's the word?
Grease.
Hey, Johnny, how are things in Atlantis?
Not much changes there, Hank. Other than the fact that Namorita just keeps getting hotter.
Ready to travel to Mandarin's palace, Ms. Marvel?
After all the trouble he caused us in Atlantis, I'm looking forward to it.
Hey, Thor.
It is good to see you again, Hank.
Hello, Blade. Ready for your mission to Mandarin's palace?
Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
Welcome. Do you have a question for me? He was the son of one of the richest men in China, but he was orphaned at an early age and was raised by an aunt who despised the world. Yes, something of a scientific wonderkind, Mandarin attended very prestigious schools both in China and abroad. There was a change in the power structure of China, and Mandarin lost all of his wealth and power. Anxious to return to that lifestyle, he ventured into the Valley of Spirits in hopes of making a major discovery. It is an area in China that had long been deserted. There, Mandarin located the shattered hulk of an ancient alien starship. The Axankar, dragon-like creatures from the planet Maklu 4. Within the ship, Mandarin discovered advanced technology he was able to turn to his own uses. I am glad to be of assistance.
That password you gave me worked like a charm. I had no problems getting into S.H.I.E.L.D.'s database. You are gonna love this. The Imperium, it's a S.H.I.E.L.D. think tank. You know, one of those places where they get geniuses together? No. But I can find out by hacking into the S.H.I.E.L.D. priority database. But I need help from one of the few guys who can crack that code. C.B. Cebulski, or a guy named Baroge. I need you to talk to Hank Pym and find out which of those two guys I can trust.
Cebulski? Oh yeah, I knew him back at MIT. A real computer genius. Too bad he ran with the hacker crowd. Well, on a dare, CB tapped into the financial system of a major electric company and gave everyone 50 cents off their next bill. Yeah, but I've got to hand it to CB. He never gave up the names of the other hackers he worked with, even when he was threatened with jail. No. Try Vision. I bet he'd know.
Barrage. Yes, he is a computer criminal from Canada, wanted in several countries for ID theft. Definitely, Barrage has executed several very sophisticated crimes, but I would recommend you stay away from him. He is not trustworthy. The last time he was caught, Barrage gave the authorities the names of his accomplices in exchange for his freedom. No, but Hank Pym might.
Hey, what up? Oh, that's where data for all the super secret projects is kept. I've never hacked it before, but I've always wanted to. Oh, yeah. The SHIELD Priority Database is it's like one of the holy grails of hacking. They are the creme de la creme of computer geeks. CB and Barrage are the only two guys who've made their way into SHIELD files. Well, and live to tell about it. I'd like to think there's honor amongst thieves, but either one of those guys could turn me in, just for the fun of it. It's not like I got something better to do.
Greetings. I trust all went well in Atlantis. All this commotion with the SHIELD personnel has me somewhat flustered, I'm afraid. And then there's the matter of the seedy characters lurking about. Yes, I find this Mr. Weasel to be quite unnerving. You never know where he's going to pop up next. Not to worry. The SHIELD personnel will not find out about him from me. They haven't set foot in this area. I think Colonel Fury and his people prefer to stay near their equipment. You have my solemn word on it. It was my pleasure. Greetings, Spider-Woman. May I say you look quite smashing today.
Jarvis, are you flirting with me?
Why, certainly not. That would be most unprofessional, regardless of how attractive you are.
Hi, can I help you? Yes. People are saying she was trying to get information to Doom during the helicarrier battle, but I don't believe it. There's still not enough evidence to convince me, and if you can't convince me, Fury will never believe you. While attempting to stop a missile heading for London, I fell into the ocean and was frozen. I stayed that way until they fished me out decades later. Yes, I'm sure it was the super soldier serum that kept me alive. But I've got to tell you, it's been quite a shock getting used to these modern times. I've yet to figure out VCRs. Yes, his name was Bucky. He was a great kid and a great friend. He died in an airplane explosion, or it's assumed he did. His body was never found. Anytime, friend.
I am glad we were able to help the Atlanteans. While Namor is somewhat headstrong, he is a good ruler. My father, T'Chaka, was the king before me, but he was killed protecting our country's vibranium from Ulysses' claw. No, it was not that easy. First, I had to battle 6 of Wakanda's greatest warriors, and then I had to locate a very rare heart-shaped herb. After that, I was named ruler of Wakanda and the Black Panther. It is a very rare metal that absorbs any type of vibration, from sound waves to the explosion of a bomb. Indeed, it is woven into the fabric of my suit, and was used in the manufacture of Captain America's shield. Many have tried. All of them have failed at the hands of the Black Panther. Although Mandarin did come close once. Actually, his scheme was far more diabolical. He wanted to convert the vibranium into an element that would melt all metal on Earth. Luckily, he failed. You are quite welcome.
Hey, how's it going? That it's a think tank? Yeah. But the big question is, what are they thinking about? Well, are they good guys who are helping humanity? Or are they bad guys who are coming up with new reality shows for TV? It's the same old story you've heard 100 times. Boy gets bit by radioactive spider, boy gets spider superpowers, boy becomes world's most popular crime fighter. You know how it goes. Yes way. Only problem is, I can't spin webs. I had to create wrist devices to do that. You wouldn't believe how expensive web fluid is. Can't say that I'm a big fan. Maybe it's my loner state of mind, but large military groups like S.H.I.E.L.D. make me very paranoid. Maybe I'm just jealous of their limitless budget. I mean, they have their massive helicarrier and Omega base. I don't even have a Spidey-mobile. You know me. I'm just here to help.
I can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to seeing Mandarin again. It's gonna be like old times. Oh yeah, me and Mandarin go way back. I've been locked up in his palace so many times I've thought about having my mail forwarded there. A genius, psychotic, delusional, and out to kill me with a vengeance. It all started when I was kidnapped back in my youth. My heart was damaged, and my kidnapper refused to get me medical treatment until I created weapons for him. No. Another scientist and I designed armor that would keep my heart beating as well as help us get away. The armor worked, but my friend died during the escape. Yes. For the longest time, I wore a chest plate that acted as a pacemaker. No, my condition was corrected, and now my heart is fine. Anytime, my friend.
Hi, what's new? That the Imperium's a think tank? I think it doesn't look too good for Black Widow. Isn't it obvious? The Black Widow was trying to get information to Doom when she got caught in the explosion on the helicarrier. Yes. Bullseye attacked me to prove that he should be the Kingpin's #1 assassin. In the end, he killed me with my own sigh. Several people tried to resurrect me. Eventually, someone succeeded. But it was Daredevil who really saved me. He gave me back my soul. Come back anytime.
Excellent. Now all you have to do is track down Mandarin and see what he knows about the Masters of Evil.
We've arrived at Mandarin's palace, Colonel Fury. All's quiet. Let's hope it stays that way.
That's good to hear, Storm. Now all you have to do is track down Mandarin and ask him about the Masters of Evil.
Tracking him down shouldn't be a problem, but living long enough to ask him questions might be a little difficult.
Storm, I didn't think anything scared you.
I'm not frightened, Colonel, just cautious. I've faced Mandarin's rings of power before.
I hear you, Storm, but I have every confidence you'll succeed. You have to find out what Doom's planning next. Fury out.
All right, my friends. You heard the Colonel. Let's see if we can locate Mandarin.
Fools! How dare you enter the Valley of Spirits uninvited! You shall pay for this mistake with your lives! What are you talking about? I have no time for your senseless prattle. Ultimo will deal with you. You impetuous fools! How dare you enter my palace!
Chill out, Mandarin. We're not happy about being here. But there's a few questions we need the answers to.
I am no commoner for you to question whenever you wish. Be gone, or I will destroy you, Ms. Marvel.
Sorry, no can do. We saw you in Atlantis, and we need to know why you were there.
I have no time for your senseless ravings. Ultimo will deal with you.
I would never have thought it possible that an enemy could venture so far into Mandarin's palace. You survived Ultimo and Dragon Man. That is most impressive. I too have my share of surprises, for I am the Grey Gargoyle, and with but a touch, I can turn you to stone. What you want is of no importance, my friend. You have gone too far, and now you must pay the penalty with your life. What have we here? Could this be the amazing Spider-Woman I've heard so much about?
Close, but no cigar. You must be thinking of the amazing Spider-Man.
No. It is you who are amazing. I have never beheld such a beautiful creature before.
Put your hormones in neutral, Pierre. You're having a reaction to my pheromones. It's a power I can't fully control yet.
Perhaps you are right. I do find it difficult to think in your presence.
Yeah, I get that a lot. Particularly in battle situations, like now.
So, still you persist in this foolish quest of attacking me in my palace? Very well then. I will unleash my latest creation, the Ultimo Mark II! Correct. Its enriched titanium casing is laced with vibranium, and the servo motors are 300% stronger than the previous model. So you see, it will be quite impossible for you to destroy this robot.
Greetings, my friends. It is most fortuitous that you chose to arrive when you did. Mandarin's minions were becoming quite bothersome. A precious magical item known as the Orb of Agamotto was stolen from me. I managed to track it to this location. I do not know how Mandarin intends to use it, but I must retrieve the orb immediately. Splendid. Let's team up and see what we can find, shall we? Very well done, my friends. We've located the orb. In return for aiding me, I will now make myself available to join your team, should you require my talents.
You may have defeated those incompetent louts throughout my palace, but now you will face the power of the Mandarin! You shall soon learn the foolishness of such bravado. My rings of power will annihilate you. Not at all. I merely have a new experiment I'd like to test in a real-world situation. Allow me to introduce my latest creations. I think they'll be quite attracted to you. It would appear my creations aren't enough of a challenge for you. A pity, really. But fear not. My prototypes of Ultimo Mark III have more than enough firepower to make short work of you. Do enjoy them, for as long as you survive. I left Doom's band of miscreants weeks ago after I attempted to become their leader. Needless to say, Doom took offense to that and forced me out. Most likely it was that pompous Loki. He has the ability to shape-shift. Obviously to keep you busy while they enacted the next step of their plot.
Team, once you're finished with Mandarin, return to base immediately. The Masters of Evil have kidnapped 2 X-Men, Nightcrawler and Jean Grey.
Now that I have your attention, tell me what the Masters of Evil are planning.
How should I know? I was forced out after I attempted to take Dr. Doom's position as leader.
Then who did we see in Atlantis?
Loki would be my guess. He's the only one in the Masters of Evil who has shape-shifting abilities.
But why would he want to trick us like that?
Obviously to keep you busy while they enacted the next step of their plot.
What are you talking about? What next step?
Blade, once you're finished with Mandarin, have the team return to headquarters immediately. The Masters of Evil just kidnapped 2 X-Men, Nightcrawler and Jean Grey.
There's your answer.
Welcome back from Mandarin's palace. It looks like the Masters of Evil managed to pull a fast one on us and kidnap 2 X-Men, Jean Grey and Nightcrawler. For the next part of the operation, we're moving our headquarters to another location. When you're ready to go, talk to Mr. Wingfoot. Hurry up. Once you're through here, we need to move out. Talk to Mr. Wingfoot when you're ready to go.